Welcome back to the Extra Point. Here I am joined with lifelong fan Jacob Galloway. How are you doing, Jacob?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic. Jacob here is an Arizona Cardinals fan. He comments all the time under our videos and wants us to talk about the Cardinals as much as possible and how horrible that coach is.
Yep.
But the Cardinals, I do believe, made a great pickup and a great trade with the dumbass himself, Bill O'Brien, and the Houston Texans. Jacob, what are your thoughts on the trade, and how do you think the Cardinals are right now?
Well, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, when I first heard this news, I was completely shocked. I was really taken back by it.
Yep.
Basically, woke up early in the morning, I check my ESPN, and I see DeAndre Hopkins traded to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson and a second-round pick. And you know what? I think it's a good thing that we didn't get rid of Steve Keim, because this is a prime time trade, let me tell you.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so the details of the trade, DeAndre Hopkins and a fourth-round pick to the Arizona Cardinals for Houston, who's receiving David Johnson, a second-round pick, and a fourth-round pick in 2021. So the Cardinals ain't losing shit this year besides David Johnson, who they don't even fucking need anymore. He's washed up, has been. And he's going to the Texans, who already have Carlos Hyde. I do believe they still have Carlos Hyde. They have Duke Johnson, I do believe, still. And Lamar Miller is coming back after his injury. So I had to think, this had to have been a money thing. It had to have been a money thing. DeAndre Hopkins coming up on his deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, DeAndre Hopkins wanted an extension. Houston didn't want to pay him. So they gave him for free to the Arizona Cardinals. And I looked at his contract details, and he's still got 3 years left under his fucking contract. $45 million, 3 years.
God bless.
They could have waited 3 years and then figured it out. They could have waited 2 more years and then tried to trade for something better. But Bill O'Brien is probably the biggest dumbass.
Yep.
Besides Cliff Kingsbury.
Yep.
In the NFL.
Yep.
This is probably the worst trade, one of the worst trades I've ever seen.
It is.
They traded so much value for nothing. They don't need a running back. They already have Carlos Hyde. Lamar Miller will be good again. The run game's already there. You don't need a run. A kicker would have made more sense than that. Which, by the way, they did sign Kaimi Fairbairn to like a 4-year deal. So, yeah, anything else would have made sense. But this was just the dumbest trade of all time. Jacob, you guys should count your blessings, man, because this was a gift.
It was
a gift from Bill O'Brien.
So, Jacob, I have a question for you. So, how do you think the Cardinals are going to do next year? And with this new addition, how do you think the offense solely is going to do this year?
Here we go.
Well, offensively, with DeAndre Hopkins, this just adds a whole nother level to our offense. I mean, I'm expecting – a lot of people are saying that DeAndre Hopkins is going to drop. You know, he's going to take a bit of a dip. But if I'm speaking personally, we're going to draft an offensive lineman with our 8th pick. So we're going to be completely set. I mean, Kyler Murray's taking a second-year leap. I don't see any reason for us not to completely go off offensively this year.
Okay. All right. Is this good for Kyler Murray, you think?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, man. We can actually run their air raid offense now with DeAndre Hopkins. Like, I'm telling you, we should be absolutely unstoppable.
I'm going to read these receivers out to you both. DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, Damiere Byrd, and Andy Isabella.
Oh, Andy Isabella is getting playing time for sure.
Actually, the Patriots signed Damiere Byrd, so you want to take that one.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was going to say that, Jacob. Andy Isabella is a freaking monster. So now they have 2 real deep threats, because that dude is faster than hell. And they have DeAndre Hopkins, who can pretty much do it all. But I imagine he will be used as a vertical deep threat, considering they already have Fitzgerald for those small-time, kind of slot-type playing. So,
I mean,
they have
I'm
2
looking
deep
at the
threats.
team. Now they could really truly run that spread that Cliff Kingsbury is all goo goo gaga about.
Yeah.
And they actually have a running back that can fit that scheme. That running back, run in between the tackles, elusive, can catch the ball out of the backfield type of back in Kenyon Drake. We saw what he did the last 4 or 5 games of the season. He fucking went off, won me some games in fantasy. So now you have DeAndre Hopkins on one side, Christian Kirk on the other, and Larry Fitzgerald, honestly, I don't think is going to get that much playing time. He's going to be that third down slot kind of guy. You need 5 yards. The fucking ball is going to him because he's going to fucking catch it.
Yeah.
But you also have that in DeAndre Hopkins, too. That motherfucker doesn't drop a ball. He hasn't since like 2014. So I think this is a great pickup. They got an absolute steal from the Texans. And I think the Cardinals, I don't see them being a playoff team just yet.
Nah.
Their offensive line is still struggling, and their defense has a lot of questionable pieces. But I do believe Kyler Murray is on the up and up. He did great this year. I just really wish they could get rid of that dumbass at head coach. What do you think, Jacob?
You want me to just sit here and take that?
Go ahead. Yeah, let me hear you take. Argue. Come on, let's go.
Dude,
hear it.
Cliff, I got a feeling. Let me tell you, this is what I was thinking. I feel like Cliff Kingsbury, this last year that we just had, was just a warm up. We weren't even running an air raid offense. It was almost like a run raid. If I'm being honest with you,
a run raid.
Yeah, this year, this is going to be complete air raid. We got DeAndre Hopkins. I'm telling you, he's going all out this year.
The thing that gets me.
Okay, what about the team though, Jacob? The team, the Cardinals team, not just the one player you added.
Let me look at let's talk about your defense as well. What do you got on
defense? Talk about the defense?
Yeah.
Dude, Chandler Jones, nearly defensive player of the year. Honestly, was pretty much could have been really close to.
I agree. He's great. Who else?
Budda Baker, who was in the Pro Bowl, who's a top safety in the league.
Okay.
Top 10.
I mean, Patrick Peterson, there's a chance for him to.
Exactly. Your defense, you don't have shit on defense. They don't have shit on defense. They don't. Their offense is solid. It really pissed me off because you're sitting there saying that they're going to go from a run raid, as you called it, to a air raid in just one player difference. You had Larry Fitzgerald, you had Christian Kirk, you had Damiere Byrd, you had Andy Isabella, you had Charles Clay, you had all these pieces, and you still ran the ball. But you add one receiver in DeAndre Hopkins, and it completely changes the whole entire offensive scheme? I don't think so. I think Cliff Kingsbury is still going to be that mild, timid little fucking guy who's going to do these 2-yard passes. 1st and 10, 2 yards. 2nd and 10, 3 yards. 3rd and 10, 2 yards, punt. That's the whole Cardinals offense in 2019. That was it. That was all of it. And I feel like they're going to do the same shit under that motherfucker.
You say that, but Cliff Kingsbury is the type of coach that adapts to the NFL and his players, which is exactly what happened when we picked up Kenyon Drake.
Jacob,
you're right.
He had a losing record as a college coach. There's no reason he should even be a head coach. I think he can be an offense coordinator. I really do.
Well,
but
not a play caller.
But as a head coach, he like Hunter said, he's a timid little bitch. He has no balls. He has so much talent. And he tries to.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't give his quarterback a chance to let it loose.
We went for it on 4th down more than any other team. Half the teams out there.
Jesus, Jacob, when you're down by 20 the whole fucking time, what do you have to lose?
That's true. I just don't see it. I think y'all have an offense. I mean, y'all need an offensive line, obviously, but the draft is good for that. This draft class is stacked in offensive linemen, so you could probably pick up a couple that will start on your team.
We already picked up a D lineman.
Okay.
Picked up Jordan Phillips, 3 years.
You're right. So I think y'all are built for success, but the coaching is still a problem to me. I think the coaching is the main problem with y'all's team. He might show me up this year, just like Jimmy Garoppolo did. He showed me up until the Super Bowl. But I just don't see him doing it. I mean, Kyler Murray is great. You have a great offense, key players. I just don't. I mean, and you just said he adapted with Kenyon Drake. That guy who did he have before that?
David Johnson, Chase Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds.
Edmonds.
Chase
Rookie.
Edmonds is the same he's the same type of running back as Kenyon Drake. Kenyon Drake's just a little more built than he is. But it's the same type of running back. It's just Kenyon Drake's a lot better. I mean,
debatable. Edmonds had a great year.
he did. He had like 200 yards rushing in 1 or 2 games.
Couple games. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you still have the same type of running back. He didn't adapt to anything. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it happening, Jacob. I'm sorry.
I don't see what you guys have against Kingsbury. Okay.
I said it all. You could go. I know you watched
You're
the videos.
the only two people.
You could go back and
What
watch.
No, we're not.
You could go back and watch every Cardinals episode of The Extra Point. I said the same damn thing every single fucking time. And I know it because I had Kyler Murray as my fucking quarterback in fantasy every week. Oh my God. I watched a lot of the games. It was just the same fucking plays over and over. 2 yards, 2 yards, 2 yards. Fucking air it out, man. Come on. Let's go. Give me some points. Give the Cardinals some points. Let's win some games. I like the Cardinals. You hate the Panthers, but I like the Cardinals. I want to see them succeed. I want to see Kyler Murray be something. Not a bitch.
Well, you better pick him up in fantasy because he's going to be a top fantasy quarterback.
I don't know if I want to do it now.
It
after what I
depends
just
on
saw.
it depends on what the coach is going to call for plays. If he's going to
Exactly.
be the same dumbass, nothing's going to change.
After last year, I don't know if I want to draft Kyler Murray again. I was thinking 50 attempts a game. I didn't know every single attempt was going to be for 1.5 yards. I mean, God.
You'd be better off drafting Teddy Bridgewater for the Panthers.
He got 150 yards passing a game. I'm like, I can't do shit with that. Oh, I don't like it.
That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like he was setting up this year to be the year.
Okay.
That's why Andy Isabella didn't get much playing time last year because he was just setting him up for this year.
I get it. Baby steps for Kyler Murray. He's a rookie. I get it. But still, let's practice some deep balls. Let's move the ball down the field and win some fucking games. Obviously, you didn't do too good this year. What was your record? Fucking 7-9, some bullshit like that? Yeah.
Better than I thought it would be, to be honest with you.
Well, I predicted, I'm pretty sure, 8-8, so that was close.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as the Seahawks, though. I remember that conversation.
I think it's still a last place finish in the NFC West. I'm sorry, Jacob.
Well, everyone has their predictions, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Jacob, for joining us. I appreciate it. I'd love to have you back on the show sometime. I'll hit you up.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
See you, Jacob.
All right. Goodbye.